Next, we'll take a look at how to create index in Power Query Editor. And also we will see when it is helpful, right? So why creating index is, why do we need to create index, and how to create it? We'll take a look at it now, okay? So what I do is I just go to the Power Query Editor and see. Sometimes what will happen is, see, when I say index, the RDBMS users, right? The RDBMS or database developers or SQL developers, they'll think, right, the typical index. The database related indexes, right? So we use it to improve the query's performance. On a case-to-case basis, I'll rephrase my statement. On a case-to-case basis, by creating an index, you can improve the query's performance. It doesn't mean when you create index, in all the case, the query performance will improve, okay? Some cases, when you create, but in general, right, when you create an index, the performance will be much faster, okay, in the case of RDBMS. When it comes to Power Query Editor, when we use the indexes, right, so with index, by creating the index in Power Query, right, it will not improve the performance like in RDBMS. Here, what we're supposing, when you create a, when you import a table, see, right, so what will happen is you don't find any unique key column in this one, unique key column. You don't find any unique key column in it. So what do you mean by unique key column? Aadhaar number. Best example, Aadhaar number, okay? So each person has a unique Aadhaar number, right? Your Aadhaar number is different from mine is different from somebody else, right? It is unique to each citizen. But there are some cases, the data file given by your customer, you don't find any column which is unique. It's very difficult to find. You don't see anything unique. How do I, how do I create a unique column? In that kind of situation, you can use index to create the unique key column. This is the kind of situation we can use index in Power Query Editor. Okay, in Power Query Editor, you can create the index for this kind of situation. Now the question is, why unique key column is required? That we will discuss as part of data model. Okay, we have something called separate topic called data model. But anyhow, I'll just give you an overview of this one. Okay, unique key column, why it is required is to create the relationship between the tables. I'll start with the simple employee department. Okay, here you have employee ID and then department ID. The employee ID works for which department? You need to have this detail, isn't it? So employee ID and department ID is there, whereas here you have department ID and department name is there. Okay, so what how the relationship can be created between these two tables is based on the common key column between these two. So department ID and department ID is common between these two tables. Okay, hence, with the help of this one, we can create the relationship between these two tables. Yes, Lavanish, right? Kind of foreign key, right? Yeah. So here it is a foreign key, department ID, because the value for the department ID comes from department table. Outside of the employee table, the values are coming here. For example, you have department ID 10, department ID 10, 20. So only that value should be used. Maybe the department ID 10, more than one employee can work, but whatever values are there here, that is the one should come here. You are not supposed to put 50 here because 50 is not there here, right? So this is one of the the basic or fundamental as part of the RDBMS. So foreign key, primary key relationship. Simple, you remember it. When you import the table or data into Power BI, the beauty of the Power BI is automatically identify the relationship. It creates the link. Okay, but in some cases, since it could not find the common column between the tables, right, it will not create the link. So it will put something like this, link. put, right, so something like this is one side, this is many side, right? So one to many relations. A single employee can work with more than one project, something like that, okay? But some table, you don't have any unique value. So, this line will not be there, link will not be there. That is nothing but your relationship, okay? It is not there. So, in that kind of situation, you need to have the unique key column, right? To create the relation between, you need to have the unique key value in both the table. So, here it is not there, right? So, in that case, we can go for creating an index. Very simple one. Very easy to create index in Power Query Editor. It will not take more than 2 minutes. Let's assume that in the product table, right, we don't have the product ID column. Okay, you have category ID, product name, everything is there, but you don't have the, in the product ID, this is the unique key column, right? So you are not supposed to have duplicate values in this product table, because this is the master table, this is a lookup table, okay? So if I want to create the index, simply go to add column, and you will find, when you click on this add column ribbon, you will find index column. You will find 3 options, right? You can create the index column starting from 0 to 1, 0 to rest, okay? Sequentially it will create the values. Look here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's say you don't have the product ID column, so you can rename it as a product key or something like that, product ID, okay? This is your unique column. Either you can use this option, okay? For example, when you click on this column name 2 times, you should be able to rename the column, okay? Product key. This is the unique key column. Supposing you think your manager says, the key column should not have 0 values, okay? It should not start with 0. In that case, what you do is, from 1. Look here, 1, 2, 3, all these unique values. There is no duplicates. Okay, he says, no, it should not start with 0 or it should not start with 1. Create something like custom 1. Your custom option is available. Starting index, I want to start from 100 and then increment by 1. 100, 101, 100 or something like this, okay? This is how we can create index, okay? So you have 3 options, okay? Once you select, right, any one of these options, the values will get created sequentially, okay? So by creating the unique key values or unique key column, you can create the relationship between the tables with the help of this key, okay? Got it? Any questions? I'm not recording is there. Oh, okay, recording. Yeah, it is there, Lavnish. Thank you. It is there. Recording is going on. Don't worry. Right. So, okay, I'll keep it here for the benefit of all. Right. Good. So we should not miss it out. Correct. So index. Right. So don't create multiple unique key columns. Just for demonstration purpose, I have shown you. Either you can use this one, or you can use this option, or you can use this option. Okay. You have 3 options. It is left to you. Okay, but you need to check with your customer. So can we start with 1, 2, 3, or can we start with 0, 1, 2, 3? Usually we don't start with 0 and all. Okay, 1, 2, 3, or you can start with any custom values. Okay. That's it. Okay. So next we will. It's already 10:44, right? So we will work on one simple assignment. Okay. One simple assignment, and then we will wrap it up. Okay. 9. Now it is. What is the time now? 10:44. Okay. We'll just work on one simple assignment. How many of you were able to understand the custom column?